Good day, folks. About this time every year, I like to make a year in review video. I like to talk about all the new products that were released, some of the interesting tech that we've reviewed. I like to talk about the channel, where we've come from, and where we're headed. Now, before we get into all that, I just want to say that I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas. I hope everybody was able to spend time with loved ones and maybe seen friends and family that you don't get to see throughout the year. I also want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hopefully 2020 is full of health, happiness, and prosperity for each and every one of you. So let's talk about the channel here for a minute. We started out the year at just over 50,000 subscribers, and we're closing out the year at 138,000 subscribers. So as you can see here, we hit that big 100,000 subscriber mark, and what an incredible journey it's been. I am super thankful to each and every one of you. This year we've seen a lot of great new products come into the market. Now, it was kind of a slow year for drones, but I'm expecting 2020 to be quite the opposite. But let's kind of go over some of the interesting things that got released this year. The year started out with the Smart Controller by DJI. It's such a great little controller and really enhances your flight experience when using something like the Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic 2 Zoom. Shortly after that, DJI released the Osmo Action back in the early spring, I do believe. This was their first attempt at an action camera, and they did an actually really good job. It's a great little camera, and I expect that we might even see a new refresh version sometime in 2020. Now, moving on here, I can't quite remember the exact order everything was released in, but basically we got a new Osmo Mobile. This is DJI's new folding gimbal for smartphones. Nice little gimbal, and it comes in at a pretty decent price. Now, next here we have a couple new gimbals from Zhiyun. They kind of are becoming one of my favorite brand of gimbals. On the left hand side here we have the Crane M2. This is kind of a multi-purpose gimbal. You can use it with GoPros, smartphones, and even small mirrorless cameras. On the right hand side here we have their new Compact Smooth Q2, and this is basically geared to just smartphones. Both are pretty nice, reasonably priced, and they perform quite well. And over here you can see we have the DJI Ronin SC. DJI released this new smaller gimbal. It's mainly designed for mirrorless and small DSLRs. A lot of people found the Ronin S just a little bit too big, especially if you're going to be using a small mirrorless camera. And this was just kind of the perfect size for it. DJI introduced a ton of new features with it, and it works really well. At the back here you can see we have DJI's new digital FPV system. We've got the controller, the goggles, and the FPV air unit. I actually haven't been able to play with it yet. I got it in not too long ago. I have some plans for it. I'm going to mess around with FPV flying this year coming up, but I also plan on connecting it to my Traxxas X Max and do some FPV driving that way as well. And of course, how can we forget, late in the year we got the Skydio 2. You can see here. Haven't had a lot of chance to fly it yet. The weather just has not been cooperating. Plus, I don't have my controller or the beacon for it yet, so once I get it, I am going to spend some more time with it. And of course, the only drone that DJI released this year is the Mavic Mini. It's a popular little drone, nice little drone for the price. I've covered it extensively with reviews, tutorials, and a lot of accessory product reviews. Of course, how can I forget? This year we got the GoPro Hero 8. A really nice camera. It's actually my favorite GoPro to date. If you watched my review video on it, I ended up buying 2 of these just because I liked it so much. And then of course here we have the GoPro Max. I've used it quite a bit so far since I've had it, and there's a few things I wish that were a little bit different on it, but for the most part, generally it's a really good camera. I really like the versatility of it, being able to go from a 360 camera to a traditional GoPro. The Hero mode is just fantastic. Now, if next year they can up that to 4K somehow, I think they would have a real winner on their hands, and I would probably use this as my everyday camera. So yeah, a lot of really great tech released and reviewed this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing what 2020 is going to bring. I think it's going to be a big year for DJI and a big year for drones. There's already a lot of rumors circulating with maybe perhaps the Phantom 4 coming back in January, a Mavic 3, possibly a whole new class of drone, a Skydio competitor. I think we're going to see a new Osmo Action sometime in 2020, and possibly a brand new Osmo Pocket. And of course we have the Mavic Air. That's kind of due for a refresh, so we may even see something new there as well. And then of course we've got the new Autel drone that's rumored to come out sometime in January. It's rumored to have a 1-inch sensor and possibly even record video in 8K. So 2020 is already shaping up to be pretty exciting. Basically, folks, that's it for my year in review video. Again, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope everybody has a great evening and a safe evening as we bring in 2020. I look forward to bringing you all kinds of new tutorials and reviews in 2020. So make sure you stick around and we'll see what develops. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you next year.